Republican Florida Representative Brian Mast appealed a $500 fine Monday from House Speaker Nancy Pelosi for not wearing a mask on the House floor. Mast was fined $500 after he failed to wear a mask on the House floor, according to the report. Pelosi said she would not lift the House of Representatives' mask mandate until all members are fully vaccinated. House members who refuse to wear their masks are subject to a $500 fine for the first offense and a $2,500 fine for subsequent offenses. Mast said in a statement, "I am appealing Speaker Pelosi's $500 fine because I was in full compliance with the Center for Disease Control and Prevention guidance, and it is unlawful. The scientists at the CDC told us if you are fully vaccinated, you can go about your life without wearing a mask or physically distancing. So, that's what I'm doing." Then he added, "It has never been about following the science for Speaker Pelosi. It has always been about power and control." The Florida congressman sent a letter to the chair of the House Ethics Committee, Democratic Florida Representative Ted Deutsch, and ranking member Republican Indiana Representative Jackie Walorski, explaining that he is fully vaccinated and is thus in compliance with CDC guidelines. Mast wrote, "I am fully vaccinated and followed the science," which on May 13, 2021, was updated by the CDC to state that fully vaccinated people no longer need to wear a mask or physically distance in any setting. He said, "Any requirements to the contrary are reliant on the CDC guidance and so must fall within the CDC's update." The CDC announced on May 13 that vaccinated individuals do not need to wear masks indoors or outdoors unless they are in crowded areas. Wyoming Republican Representative Liz Cheney defended election reform bills Republicans have introduced in states across the country, refusing to link them to former President Donald Trump's claims of a rigged election. According to HBO Sunday Evening, Cheney told Axios, "I think everybody should want a situation and a system where people who ought to be able to vote and have the right to vote can vote, and people who don't, shouldn't." Axios' Jonathan Swan pushed back on Cheney, saying that it was not a coincidence that Republicans across the country introduced hundreds of bills in states like Georgia, Texas and Florida as Trump and his allies repeatedly said the election was stolen. Jonathan Swan asked, "What was the big problem in Georgia that needed to be solved by a new law? What was the big problem in Texas? What was the big problem in Florida? What are they solving for?" Cheney's response before shifting the conversation to Trump's refusal to concede was, "I think you've got to look at each individual state law." After that she said, "I will never understand the difference, for example, to voter ID. There's a big difference between that and a president of the United States who loses an election after he tried to steal the election and refuses to concede."